What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is for entertainment purposes only. So hopefully everyone had a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year's, all of that. You know, I took a break. I took a break from everything. YouTube, everything. I sat around and played video games and got fat and drank beer. That's what I did. And I'm damn proud of it. You know what I mean? It was, I don't know, it worked out well. Because I'm at a standstill with my house. I can't do anything. It's winter time. I'm not doing the outside. I have 2.5 weeks left until the tenant downstairs has to move. And if he doesn't, I go to court and I get the police to come and he gets thrown out. And then I can move down. So, I mean, not much has been going on around here anyway, so I figured this is the perfect time just to shut it down, turn my brain off for a little bit, get stupid, and play video games. But I definitely kept, you know, my hat in the ring here with the investments, keeping my ear to the ground, doing some more digging, reading more books. You know, I got a few new books from Amazon on the economy and just different things that I you know wanted to dig into. I've been digging more into the cryptos. Mark Moss made a great video on 50-year cycles. Highly recommend you go over to his channel and watch that video. But basically, in a nutshell, this is what he was talking about. That we have this S-curve that happens about every 50 years. It's not spot on. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's a little more. But we get this S-curve with this new technology, right? And when one is ending back here, another begins, finishes, and then another one starts, right? And oh shit, that's not a straight line at all. But yeah, so somewhere in the middle here, this is the turning point. And it's not just one thing, right? Like if you think about the last 50-year cycle we had, the internet, email, and all of this stuff that we have now because of the internet, all of that was kind of lumped in with this 50-year cycle. But if we pretend for a second that what we're looking at right here is the 50-year cycle for the internet. There's 4 phases. You have the eruption phase right here. You have the frenzy phase right here. The synergy phase right here. And then the maturity phase right here. M. S. Frenzy, and eruption. Right, those are the 4 phases. And then obviously this right here in the middle is the turning point. You have a crash right about here, right before the turning point. There's a big crash. And then it explodes again. This is institutional recomposition. And if you think about the internet, for instance, right? We had internet, email, we had all these people mocking email, like no one's ever going to use that shit. Right? And everybody has email these days. Everybody has email. You need email to do a lot of things. To have certain apps, to like verify things, like everybody has an email. But you know, I feel like the internet is in its maturity phase. The internet is pretty badass. You can pretty much learn, do, get whatever you need on the internet these days. I think it's pretty locked in. So I would say we are in somewhere in the maturity phase of the internet. Not that it's not going to get better from here, but I would say we're somewhere in the maturity phase. So this back here, that would be the ending of that 50-year cycle of the internet and email and all of the things that happened. And you remember back during that whole internet thing, we had the dot-com bust. Was that the crash? Right before. I remember I was in high school when that happened. We had the dot-com bust. And then after I got out of high school, I mean, the internet just exploded, right? Big. So, Mark Moss was putting us with cryptocurrencies. It's probably going to be AI and a bunch of other things that are kind of lumped in with this 50-year cycle. But he's putting us somewhere here. Somewhere between the eruption and frenzy phase of this whole ordeal. So it looks like, with cryptocurrencies at least, there's a lot of major upside to come in the short term. Then maybe a crash. But in the long term, it might be a really good investment. But that's the thing. It's anything you invest in, I don't care what it is. There's a little bit of risk involved. You know what I mean? Always. And don't get me wrong, I'm definitely a gold and silver guy. I am. 100%. I'd love to see us go back to a constitutional money. But you really think that's going to happen? I mean, it seems like they suppress the price of the metals, to keep it cheap for, making rockets and stuff. And, they want this clean energy. And I don't know. It seems like they're suppressing those metals because they know we need them to build a lot of these things that they want to build. And I don't know, it's too hard with is Trump going to do the right thing? Is he not going to do the right thing? Is he just another chess piece in the Ponzi scheme? I don't know. It's too hard to figure all of that out. The Federal Reserve is the problem, though. I mean, we do know that. The Federal Reserve is the problem. The money has always been the problem. I saw that very, very quickly. And that kind of happened back during COVID. And actually, Economic Ninja made a really good video, not like yesterday, I believe. And he says, like, when COVID happened, people had all this time on their hands, and they saw that the government was up to shady shit, so they started looking into the financial system. And there was this big wave of people that started investing in silver and different things. And I'm like, hey, I'm one of them. Because that's exactly what happened. COVID happened. It opened my eyes. I'm like, holy shit, what's going on here? I started digging, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? So I started investing and trying to, make wise moves for once in my life. But yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. Things have been going good, but we will see. It's a learning process. So retirement portfolio, I'm still sitting on the same stuff. Bad EF, silver miner stock. Looks like we're in a big consolidation. It looks like this thing's gonna rocket soon, dude. It's coming, man. It's coming. That thing looks like it is setting up for a rip. Silver might have another dip left in the tank. But I see a lot of people that are super, super bullish for these metals, especially once the dollar starts to come down. And it seems like gold, historically, was, if the dollar was going down, gold was going up. And that was like, that's how it always happened. But then all of a sudden, recently, the dollar's going up and so is gold. What is going on there? I think investors, the money, the people are starting to see what is going on. The game is up. The jig is up. So they either need to change the game, which it seems like they've already kind of pushed us in that direction, possibly, with the cryptocurrencies. I don't know. There's so much information out there, and it's really hard to pick out, like, is this it? Is this it? Because I'm hearing, like, and of course, I believe we should go back to a constitutional money. But I'm hearing, like, well, Bitcoin was the first. That's why it's so big. Then Ethereum came out. The government wants to try to use Ethereum. This is what the government wants. they want Ethereum because it's proof of stake. So whoever has the most stake controls it all, right? And then XRP is proof of consensus, which it actually operates. It's fast. It would actually make sense, if you had stable coins under it that could be transferred lightning fast, low fees, just boom, boom, boom. It would actually work as a currency, right? And this is one point of view. I'm not saying this is what I believe. This is just a point of view that I've collected. This XRP is the people. The people want XRP. The government wants Ethereum. Bitcoin, it's too clunky and old and slow, and it's operating more like a digital form of gold right now. It's just another. Yeah, it's just another asset besides the traditional assets like gold and silver, but it's acting like gold. It would never act like money though, because it's too slow and clunky. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know, is that true? I see that there's worldwide unrest. There's so many protests and violent outbreaks and people killing people, and people are just fed up because the governments all around the world, they basically have the old knee on the neck, and they're holding us all down. Unless you know the system, know the tax codes, you know what I mean? You play the game, you invest, you take risks, and if you don't, you get penalized for it through inflation. So it's like they've set this system up to keep the economy going by forcing you not to save, because it's not a good idea. If you save, you're going to lose purchasing power. So you need to invest in new companies. You need to invest in this and this and this. That props the economy up, right? You need to keep things moving, because if you just work for money, save money, and say I'm going to put that towards my retirement, which you should be able to do, it's not good for the economy, right? Because that money's not out there flowing. But then how the fuck are you supposed to save for your retirement if you can't save any? You know what I mean? It's crazy the way our system is designed. So you either play the fucking game or you do not play the fucking game. So for me personally, if these cryptos, if they're going to explode, I could throw some money in, make some money, so I can buy more gold and silver, more real estate, more other things. I'm going to do it. I might have a portion that I let rip long term, on a wallet, and then there's going to be some that I take profits at certain levels, look for pullbacks. I might re-enter. I don't know. We're going to see how it goes. But other than that, retirement portfolio, Lucid, which looks like it's getting ready to crank back down, but we're going to let her ride for now. So Lucid we bought at $2.10. And I was going for this gap fill here. I figured it would come up and fill that gap at some point. And from 210 up to this gap, it was about $600. You know what I mean? But it's like one of those things. I don't know if I want to take profit, because I do feel like these these low cap stocks, I think these could be getting ready to start ripping to the upside, especially if the dollar starts to come down. So I think these low cap, interest rate sensitive stocks are setting up. This is just my opinion. So again, this could come all the way back down and sweep the low and completely undo all my profits. But I feel like Lucid, an American company making electric vehicles, there's a dealership not too far from me. They're really nice, luxurious vehicles, not like space age or anything. They're like luxury electric vehicles. They're very nice. And it's American made, right? It's an American company. So I honestly, I'm just gonna hold this, because if this goes back to its all-time highs, I'm gonna make a shit ton of money. I'm gonna make a shit ton of money on that. So this is one of those ones I'm just gonna forget about it. NIO, I still have this. I've been DCAing into this on the way down. Made a fucking killing on this on the first rip up. And yeah, I'm down pretty big right now because I've been DCAing in, but it's a longer term thing, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing here. GLDG, I've been holding this. I honestly, I don't know. I got in at $1, and it's at 70 something cents, but it just keeps bouncing here. I just feel like it's waiting for something. I don't know. If this comes into profit, I might jump out of this. I've had this one the longest, and it's done absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, gold's going up, but this is not. Yeah, it's not doing jack shit really. And I think that is it. Yeah, that is it in the retirement portfolio, I believe. And then other than that, so we'll skip over to the Forex market. So Forex, Euro, USD. I'm looking for the US dollar to start coming down. Right, so I've been patiently waiting for the euro to start gaining some strength. And zoomed out, looking at the weekly time frame here above my head, this looks really good. And I know that the market makers like to do these false breaks to confuse. I mean, the Forex market is the most volatile, confusing market to trade. But I do know they like to do these false breaks, and things are just, they're not, as it would seem, like, oh, it's going to come down and touch this line and bounce. It's never like that. Things are a little, kind of all over the place. But generally speaking, this area, I'll have to move it down a little bit now. But yeah, this area around this trend line seems like a good, potentially long-term investment, to the upside here. Especially if you look at Donald Trump, his last presidency, he came in, he said dollar too strong, needs to come down. Now he's coming in again, dollar strong, bad for other countries, us, you know what I mean? Well, it's not bad for a strong dollar is good, for the poor, for the working class. But there's a balance, I feel like. Because you also don't want the economy to crash and then there to be no business going on, which is why we shouldn't be in a debt-based system, and the system should not be manipulated. That way we don't have inflation and we don't have these ups and downs like we have now. I'm sure there's ups and downs even with like a gold and silver, but I can't imagine they're anywhere close to as extreme, where it causes people to lose this and lose that, you know what I mean? But I did take 2 losses on euro because I started buying euro like back here, and I was in profit, then I wasn't, and started creeping up here. And I think I took a loss somewhere. I took like an $80 loss and a $50 loss. Otherwise, I've been getting out at break even and just slowly moving my position down. So in the grand scheme of things, is a $50 and $80 loss a big deal? No, I don't think so. In the grand scheme. So yeah, I don't know. We have a lot of red flag news coming tomorrow and Thursday. I'm hoping for, a rip, a big bullish rip here. I mean, today's candle. Oh, look at that. Today's candle closed extremely bullish. There's no wick whatsoever. But that doesn't mean, that we won't get potentially one more violent move to the downside. Trying to just take everybody out and then come launching back up. And that's what I'm afraid of. So I've been watching this market very, very carefully, especially around red flag news. So stop loss to break even, possibly coming soon. I don't know. We're going to see, but I've been watching this like a hawk. But I think the reversal is coming at some point very, very soon. So, yeah, for now, I'm just focused on the Euro USD to the upside. Once we're sure that the market has pushed in our direction, then we'll start throwing some more risk down. But for now, I'm just going to let it do its thing. I was thinking maybe USD Swiss franc. Because, you look at this bigger picture. It is bearish, man. It's like straight down. Straight down. Down, down, down. Oop, down. Bounced a little bit there. But it's still going down. Like bigger picture. Yeah, the Swiss just have better money policies than the US. So like, that's why everyone has Swiss bank accounts, right? So this just shot up. It seems like we're in this little consolidation here. But there could be a massive move coming to the downside. A massive, because if this is the consolidation and we get a continuation, man, the move's going to be big. And that's why I think we're in a good spot with Euro. Because again, we're in a consolidation for hopefully, move, consolidation, continuation, right? Big move. And it'll be worth a couple losses trying to get in at the right spot. Sometimes it happens like, you know what I mean? So you have to be up with the news. The news events, watch them. You're like, it's going to be today. Not. I think they're just waiting for the right things to happen and Trump be in that seat. And I think things are going to pop. Including the crypto market. So, in the crypto market, I got my dad in. And now he just called me a minute ago and he's like, damn it, I wish I put more. I'm like, yeah. You and me both, man. But XRP, I told him to buy XRP. But I said wait for my signal. I saw this candle here. It was like 6 in the morning or something. It was early. And I saw this massive selling pressure. And we came down to $1.90 or $1.80 or something like that. And I said, buy it right now. Right now. Throw down what you have. And he did. And it pushed straight back up. And he's like, holy shit. I'm like, see? And then it came back down again. And he said he had more that he wanted to invest. And I told him to buy yet again right here. I mean, he could not have gotten better entries. He got better entries than I did. I mean, I bought here. 3,000 there. 3,000 here. And then 2,000 here. And pretty much I'm all in right there. All in on XRP. I was going for a different pattern. I thought this was going to do like this and then drop and then explode. And I was going to take profit up here and then get back in here, but I was wrong on the pattern, and it was like, whatever. I'm not taking a loss. I'm just going to hold because I like this longer term anyways. But I did buy XLM. I put another $2,000 into XLM at 34 cents, somewhere down here. And then I got out somewhere here. And then I got back in right here. Because of this pin bar, I thought it was going to go. It didn't. And now I'm just like, whatever, I'm just going to hold. I'm not going to get in and out because I feel like it's costing me money in all the gas fees and everything. I feel like I would have been just better off buying at 34 cents and just ignoring it. But I tried to be a trader and it cost me. So, I'm just going to leave it alone. So I'm pretty much all in with the cryptos. If all of a sudden we get a massive dip, manipulation, where it's too good to be true kind of buying opportunity, I'm going to buy more XRP. But we will wait and see what happens. You know, because people, and that's the thing, like the last couple of weeks, not much has been going on. Euro hasn't been doing anything but creeping to the downside. Cryptos have been just consolidating sideways, doing nothing. So I'm like, I'm just going to not do YouTube videos for a bit and just kind of relax. You know what I mean? Let's wait until something interesting happens. Well, we have a break and retest of this pennant formation on XRP. But it doesn't seem like the momentum is there. Just saying. So again, this could turn out to be a completely different pattern. And this is why I'm saying I want to keep a little money on the sidelines for, you know, an offer too good to be true kind of moment. Because what if this all of a sudden dips to, I don't know, $1.70, $1.63, just to really rattle some cages, get some people out. I think this is possible. You know, based off of this, I mean, I could be wrong unless this momentum really starts to pick up this week. Maybe it's waiting on, I don't know, maybe it's waiting on Forex news. You know, maybe as soon as the dollar starts to dip, if we get some readings out of the Forex market, the dollar starts to fall, of course, money's going to flow into cryptos and it's going to boom. So that's a possibility. Maybe we're just waiting on news, and by the end of the week, you know, this candle that started becomes massive. That's a possibility. But if the momentum doesn't carry, and we have more stagnant weeks, you know, until Trump, well, we have what, a week? Yeah, we have a week. A week and a little bit. So, I mean, there's always, I just want to keep that in the back of my mind. There's always a possibility that because I've learned this the hard way in the Forex market. It looks like something. It does look like a pennant formation right now. And it looks like we've broken out of it, retested it perfectly with that wick. And it's pushing because that's probably what a lot of other people see. And this could be it. Or, like I say, at the last second, it dips. And everybody's freaking out like, oh my God. You know what I mean? And it comes all the way down here. But now we just completed a bull flag. And then it launches. And everybody sold and they were freaking the fuck out. But you just didn't you didn't let the correction finish. So yeah, that's all I'm saying. I like nobody knows what the hell is going to happen. But anyways, guys, you know, the last couple of weeks I've been watching all these videos and trying to dig, and I see all these people making all these crazy predictions about this, that, and the other thing, and it's going to crash. It's going to $1 million. It's going here. And it's like, I just didn't want to throw my hat in the ring. I felt like we're just consolidating. We're going sideways. Nothing is happening. I'm going to take a break. So I did. And now it's over. Because 2.5 weeks from now, I have to move down. And things are going to pick right back up. Things are going to be so insane. I'm going to have no time. So it'll be interesting. We'll have lots of content coming. And we'll see what happens here. Make sure you subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. See you later.